been thinking about this, and I wanted to do a comparison for PGA Tour players about the difference between them possibly winning the FedEx Cup, which is one of the most sought after prizes and awards that they get for finishing #1 on the PGA Tour every single year, and compare that to a premium finance life insurance design where they can leverage and maximize their income earnings today, as young as they are, their income earnings today, their savings, their assets, to basically build a premium finance life insurance design structure without having to win the FedEx Cup. What if you didn't have to win the FedEx Cup as a PGA Tour player, right? Let's kind of dig into what this design looks like. So the FedEx Cup, it's a $25 million cash bonus to the player that finishes #1 on the PGA Tour for the year. Now, assuming that that's taxed at a 45% tax rate, and it could be taxed higher, but assuming that tax at a 45% tax rate, the net after-tax amount that player receives is $13.7 million. Most likely they would take that because they have other earnings. They've won other tournaments throughout the year to be #1. So most likely they're going to take that $13.7 million and they're going to invest that very conservatively, right? Because at that income level, at that net worth level, as you guys well know, it's about wealth preservation, which is why the company Studemont is Wealth Preservation Solutions. So it's about wealth preservation, not explosive growth, not big growth. So it's most likely invested conservatively. And on a 4% return, that's approximately $550,000 a year of taxable income, subject to capital gains tax, short-term earnings, things like that. Not all of it, but part of it is. The problem is only one player wins the FedEx Cup. And from a statistical standpoint, across the career of all of the 150 PGA Tour players coming on, coming off, there's less than a 1% chance that PGA Tour players are going to win the FedEx Cup. There have been repeat winners, but highly unusual. But where does premium finance life insurance fit into this? As you know, premium finance life insurance can be an alternative. So as an example, I've got a 41-year-old, 14-year tour veteran here, has the ability to put in $120,000 a year for 10 years. Either that player can put that in for 10 years, or potentially we could talk to sponsorship and see if sponsorship is willing to fund that $120,000 a year. I'll show you the design here in a second, but the collateral for 5 years barely gets up to $1 million of collateral. Again, I think we could get either the player to pledge that or a sponsor to pledge that. It comes with a $20 million life insurance policy, which is an incredible asset and legacy asset to leave to their families. Here's the comparison. Starting in the 15th year, based on the illustrated examples, this premium finance life insurance design can start to generate $575,000 a year income tax free for the rest of that player's life, 15 years. Now, this is a 41-year-old, so at age 55, 56, when their playing career slowed down, maybe they're on the Champions Tour, maybe not, $575,000 a year income tax free, and then still leaving a significant death benefit to their family and their heirs. So as a comparison, we got the FedEx Cup winner, $13.7 million after tax, invested conservatively, generating $550,000 a year of taxable income. You've got the premium finance life insurance strategy, $575,000 a year illustrated of tax-free distributions starting 15 years for the rest of your life, and leaving a $10 million plus legacy to your loved ones and your beneficiaries, your kids, your grandkids. Same lifetime income, no trophy required. So why every PGA pro should consider this is #1, there's a 1 in 125 odds, right? Taxed heavily, not guaranteed for the FedEx Cup. Be awesome if you did though. Premium finance life insurance, it can be more predictable, can create tax-free income with a built-in legacy. You can use your earnings today, your sponsor's cash flow, your sponsor's collateral to fund the future for you. And you can win financially, regardless of how you finish on Sunday. So here's what the design would look like. Again, this is completely customizable. This is a $20 million death benefit design. You can see right here the $120,000 out-of-pocket payment for 10 years. That can be yours, that can be your sponsors. And then peak collateral peaks up to about $897,000 in the third year. Doesn't quite get to the $1 million that I mentioned. So if you have that, your sponsors have that in a combination, right? You can have this design. By the end of the 7th year, you're out of the collateral game. They're out of the collateral game. And this is what I was talking about. $575,000 a year, nearly $576,000 a year of tax-free distributions for the rest of your life. And it extends all the way through, age 120, 125, if you ended up living that long. Now, the other thing about this, and this is the difference between, premium finance life insurance design and FedEx Cup, is think about the legacy you're going to leave for your kids, your grandkids, your wife, even if you died prematurely. This would provide, in the early years, if you died while you're in your playing days, $14 to $20 million worth of life insurance. But assuming you don't die, which no one plans on that happening, once you start taking these distributions, still taking $575,000 a year, you still have at a minimum a $10 million death benefit at age 75, 76 from this illustrated example. So think about this, from age 56 to age 76, that's 20 years of $570,000 a year. That's north of 12 or $13 million worth of distributions that you would have taken out income tax free, and still have a $10 million tax-free death benefit for your family, your wife, your children, your grandchildren. So think about this, man. This is something you can leverage your earnings and your earning capacity today to then lock in the equivalent of winning the FedEx Cup without having to win it. Hope this has been helpful for you. Talk to you soon. See ya.